Good morning, everybody. I am RJ Smith, and this is Crazy News React, where I scour the globe for the weirdest, strangest, craziest news. And today, I have some really compelling video and audio of unidentified aerial phenomenon, or as I like to say, UFO.
Extra, extra, read all about it. Hot off the press, brand new news, front page. Who is this? All black on, real low key. Take a guess. I stand out from the rest. No contest. I've been the man, I am him. Only fear God with the fear God I'm in. Been blessed, prayed up.
A mysterious silver shiny object, or objects it seems, floating in the sky yesterday. You can see all the people stopped on the street there in their tracks looking at it. Some folks say they saw lights. Others were maybe waiting for little green men to arrive.
Now, these are very special. They were shot by the military, by Air Force pilots, aboard aircraft carriers and Navy ships, also airline captains and passengers on a plane. This is indisputable, and I want to share it with you right now. First up, I want to show you New York. It's always been a hotbed for these sightings, different unidentified flying objects. And if that wasn't enough, just this past week, a cylindrical silver craft of some type was caught zipping by a plane over LaGuardia Airport in New York. And this little girl caught this video.
Michelle Reyes was flying over New York City with her daughter, and she was sitting by a window. When she did what a lot of us do, we, take pictures out the window. Nice video of the New York skyline. It's an amazing view. But what Michelle did not expect to see was a cylinder-shaped object zipping across her line of sight near LaGuardia Airport. Was it a bug inside the plane, maybe? Well, she played the video back to look, and no, it was not a bug. Whatever it was definitely outside the plane, and it was flying on its own, and it was really, really fast.
When I realized that I had something like this on the video, the first thing I did was I emailed the FAA to let them know what I saw, and maybe it was a safety hazard. I reached out to them. Unfortunately, I haven't heard back from them.
So look, guys, for this to be caught over New York, Manhattan, holy shit. It's clear as day. Just as we look at it, I'm going to put a couple filters on it. Here you can see the plasma around the ship. And here, also another filter. You can still see the displacement of air. And especially here, you can see it. So this is a real object in real time.
Going on. They're flying saucers and they've had other things,
Now, and Harry Truman tells you that there are flying saucers and other things going on. This is in the 1950s, folks. 1951, 52. And here's another sphere we saw. This is by an airline passenger, and this is from the ground in New Jersey, I believe. There's no denying that this is something hiding in the clouds. Take a look. Taken from an airline window. Clearly something is right there, and it's not a ship. And this is an actual photograph, guys, of a downed UFO. We're going to put that through one filter. It's a black and white, so you really can't mess with it too much. This filter, you can definitely see that it is a real object and with real damage. There's no doubt about that.
But it's clear that many of the observations we have are physical objects from the sensor data that we have.
So that is the Deputy Director of the Department of Defense telling you that. And look at this. This is in Hungary. Clearly, you can see this thing moving. It's a cylinder. It is absolutely incredible. And look what it does. Here's one in Mexico. It's going to zip down to the volcano, and watch this thing take off. Boom. It is out of here. Look at it.
Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world. And yet, I ask you, is not an alien force already among us?
Hell yeah. This is a real photograph from the USSR, the Soviet Union. And it's indisputable, but I'm going to throw a filter on it anyway, just so you can see. Now you can see right here, you can see that there are tree shadows. And also the shadows from the guys are the same. This is two F-16s chasing an unidentified flying object. We put a filter on that. You can see right here, this has not been manipulated. The lights, there's nothing around it. And then we have this, which is very interesting. What? Boom! This thing went by an airline pilot, and he took it out of his cockpit window. Here it is with a filter on it. You can see the outline, you can see the shadows. Black and white is the same thing. There's no deviation whatsoever. And if you put a yellow filter on it, you can definitely see that it is what it is, right? So check this out. This was taken, I believe, off the west coast of the United States, and this in Brazil. Look at that thing hanging there. These are real videos, folks, and they should scare the shit out of you because we don't know their intentions. I'm going to throw a filter on here, and you can see black, the outline, nothing has been pasted. Here it is, another filter. You can definitely see the light underneath it.
UFOs are as real as the airplanes flying overhead, that there have been face-to-face meetings between United States officials and visitors from other star systems, period. No equivocation.
Now that's stunning. Here is a crashed vehicle that they retrieved back in the 50s. And it's very obvious, it's just right there. This is on top of a mountain, and I thought it was suspect, so we put it under this filter, and no, the shadows are right, the reflection of the sun is off of it correctly. You can see underneath the shadow, so this is also verified, folks. This is very interesting. These have been seen all over the world, right? So you want to take a close-up of that. Look at that thing. There is no wings. It is flying under its own power. Let's throw a filter on it. You can see nothing's been pasted here. There's no manipulation. You can actually see the energy around the object. That's very clear. And this was hiding in the clouds. Now take a look. A big triangle just sitting there. So I wanted to throw a filter on it and take a look. The filter shows exactly what we saw in the regular video.
There's footage and records of objects in the skies that we don't know exactly what they are.
Here we have a video, it's been around a while. This is a real video of a crashed saucer. Here's a filter, black and white, not manipulated. And then we're gonna go to this. This is some F-16s or Warhawks flying with an AWAC, and that thing goes flying by. So let's throw a filter on that bad boy, and you can see it is really there, just like the helicopter and plane above it. I'm sorry, the AWACS above it. Another filter shows the energy around the vehicle. And this is very interesting. Look at this. I don't even have to put a filter on this, guys. You should automatically look at this and you can tell the sun is reflecting off of it, and it's gonna go right underneath the airplane. Check this out, whoa. So here's a filter. You can see the reflection off of the object, and you can see the energy around it. Pretty obviously real. Another filter. I just enhanced the clouds, and you can see the reflection down below as it is on the ship. Now this is interesting. Do you think this is real, guys? Look at this. Look at this. This is from the 50s. And what I find very interesting about this is when I throw it on a filter, take a look at the hand, the right hand of the alien. See that? It is moving that on its own power. Right? Take a look at that finger. Look at those fingers. You ever seen anything like that before? I haven't. Let me show you another filter it's even better. Look at those fingers. They do not look human whatsoever. It's chaos. Chaos, guys. That's all I can say. Look at this now. This is a cylindrical vehicle moving through the air in Germany, and you can't dispute this. Look at it. You have the factory in front of it, and here we have a fighter jet taking this video out of his cockpit window.
Air Force veteran claims a top secret program is withholding evidence of alien spacecraft.
Certainly interesting. The military whistleblower has now handed over classified information to Congress.
Here's another one above the clouds from a F-16 fighter jet. Look at that. You cannot say these aren't real. These are the real deal. I could put 10,000 filters on them. You can still see that it is a real object. This one in the sky, over a highway, and them transporting a crashed vehicle. They were caught in Nevada. This is a real picture. No way this is faked.
I saw this illumination that was moving with respect to the stars. We were smart enough to not say, Houston, there's a light out there that's following us. So technically, it becomes an unidentified flying object.
Now, guys, that is Buzz Aldrin, an astronaut. And here's one over the suburbs of the Hudson Valley. Look at this thing. It's got the light right there underneath of it. It's going to be really good to see what the filters show. And as you can see, right there, there is no pasting. There is no manipulation. Unbelievable. Here's another one. Now, this kind of looks like it could be an F-114 stealth fighter, but there's no excuse. Take a look at this. Wow. You just can't make this stuff up. It's there. It's in front of you.
There's at least 70 different species, and probably more. But yes, as odd as it sounds, there are little green men. That's not the ones we usually see, though. We see the little gray ones. They're about 4.5 feet tall. We see the ones that are called the Nordics. They're about 7 feet tall, look like us, but they're invariably blonde hair and blue-eyed. They're one of the species that we have on ice.
Obviously, with different species, they have different motives. I mean, are there good aliens and bad aliens?
Good
from what
aliens
you know?
and bad aliens, and all kinds of ways and reasons for interacting with us.
Now, that's John Lear of Lear Jets. Take a look at this. This is MH370. It's been released. It's from a military satellite. Those things going around it, watch what happens. It just disappears, folks. It disappears. Many think that alien race has taken this ship, and the proof is pretty obvious. Now, this is over the Pacific Ocean. The black is the ocean. Up in the clouds, you see these lights. They're not flares. They stood there for over an hour. And it's a lot of them, folks. We are being invaded for some reason. We're being observed, or who knows what is happening.
Extra, extra, read all about it. Hot off the press, brand new news, front page. Who is